ridiculous. Talking to you. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad everyone made it here safely. Today, on this day, we have come together to celebrate the life of one man. A man who was a son of Grandma Pete, husband to Marie Stevenson, my grandmother, a father to both my mother, Mindy Bartlett, and her brother, Uncle Ryan. A man who told stories to my siblings when they were down in the dumps. A man who has touched the lives of many with both his kindness and his gift to inspire those around him. A man that I am proud to call one of the greatest grandfathers to have in my life. A man named Larry Stevenson. To those who did not get a chance to meet him, he was a wonderful man, I tell you. Papa, which was the name I would call him by, was a good person to be around regardless of the mood in the room. You could be sad, you could be happy, you could even be angry. Even with him. You would just find yourself in the room with him, laughing at uh, a joke you might have made that wasn't quite funny, but you couldn't help but laugh around him. Here's what he looks like. He was always doing something every time I saw him, every time I would visit. There was sometimes, uh, there would sometimes be times where he was working on equipment for his cleaning company that he owned, or him just working on a flowering arrangement for a family member. Well, he had a flower shop. He was pretty good at it. Still horrified to learn he used lightning bugs as a necklace at one point. Still a little horrified. Regardless, I never knew what he was working on. I remember 3 years ago, I had appeared at his house where no one had seen him. Nana, Papa, and, well, not Papa. Like a smoke. Nana, Uncle, and even Aunt didn't know where he had gone that day. As it would turn out, he had gone to the flower shop downtown and then proceeded to become the boss for the day. All because the workers hated their current boss and knew Papa personally. It really is only something Larry could do. And it's not the first time this has happened. That wasn't a very long story now, was it? I could sit here all day and night and tell the smaller stories that have the same impact as the big ones. It's funny. As I went to write the speech I was asked to give last minute, it got me thinking about an old conversation I had with my mother many years ago. It was a sunny day. The wind was just right as the clouds danced across the summer sky. I had asked my mother a small question while laying in the old hammock. If you could describe Papa in one sentence, how would you? She would then sit there for the next few minutes with a look I could only compare to a scene in Winnie the Pooh. A scene that I watched with Papa all those years ago when I was 5. It was the think look. She had found her answer and told me this. He was one of those people who did everything in their power to go out of his way to make sure everyone had something to eat, even if he did not eat himself that week. To this day, those words ring in the back of my head like a song. I have seen him do this for a man who had lost his fire to lost his home to a fire. A woman with 3 children had cried when he brought them food and gave them $20 just so they could survive another week. A teenager who was wishing to die was given help and guidance by Papa. And all he did was sit there quietly, making him a flower crown for the boy to wear. I saw that boy the other day. He still has that flower crown. Papa's also the reason why I'm still alive myself. He was he had saved me from a drowning when I was merely 14 months old. I could always find that safety net in him, who then would turn around and take it with stride. He would swear he would use the world like, I don't know, a runway at a fashion show. It was kind of ridiculous to have that confidence. Um, it really did look like nothing would ever take him. It breaks my heart knowing that it would be cancer, of all things, that would take him. In 2020, an estimated 1,800,6,590 new cases of cancer would be diagnosed in the US, and all those 606,520 people would die from the disease. A study given out by the National Cancer Institute at National Institutions of Health. To know he was a part of that death count hurts me, haunts me even. However, at the same time, I know he doesn't want myself, my family, or my friends to be sad about his death. He told me before he passed to march forward with a feral grin, to take over the world, to show that I'm at the top, even if I'm not in money, to conquer my deepest fears, even if I have to take a spear to do it, to become the person he knows I'll become. He will watch from the other side, he said, as he laid in that hospital bed, with his heartbeat slowly going, slower and slower. I miss him dearly. I really do. But this isn't a goodbye for me. There are never goodbyes. He told me this. Goodbyes are pointless. Not when you'll meet on the other side. There are only see you laters and see you then.